What's up, you guys? Calling this 10:40. What's up, y'all? Should you pop your shit? Pop your shit? Should you pop your shit? Should you get your little thing, little money, whatever you have, and just flaunt? Not that you're trying to just bag it out, like just show that what's up, that what you got. Just live your life and enjoy it. If you do that, bro, it better not be in your hometown. It better be far away. You better make sure you done moved on to a new chapter. Everything is cool, and it's time for you to enjoy it. And the people around are happy for you, and that is genuine people, right? Because you don't want to do it in where you're in a process of leaving your environment, and while you're still there, then suddenly you had a fast peak, or your peak happened, and now it's like you done it because you're still kind of close. You're too close to everybody in your environment. Like, I'm just trying to show you the way to kind of go. Because if you do that, then you're gonna just develop enemies. Nowadays, it's just so easy to just create enemies, bro. Make sure your circle is small. It is clear before you pop your shit. Make sure you in a new stage, a new mental, and you just happy. There's really nothing really holding you back. And if you do it off a way to motivate people. Like, if I could do this, you can do this also. You know what I'm saying? Don't be braggadocious about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do it around when you're in the process of leaving your environment or whatever. Do it when you out of it. Like when you just been working so hard, you done this for X amount of years or time, whatever you done it, then you could do it. But don't do it as soon as you get everything out, because the people around you or whatever, they're gonna think you're trying to like flex on them or flaunt, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you left them behind because you're just not. You just got this peak. Now it's like you think you on top of the world. You kind of are in your head. You are, since you just done so much in a short period of time or in your lifetime that they have not accomplished or never had or look closely to do, and you done it. In their head, you set the Guinness World Records, and you're about to just fall in front of these people. That's not a good idea. You should flaunt as soon as you've been working on something for a minute, and then you should be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pop myself. Let me enjoy my life." But if it's in your environment where you're about to leave in your process, the best thing to do is leave that environment and wait. Don't just be like, "I'm gonna pop my, I'm gonna just do that." And make sure your circle is small. You do not have any type of old people around you, no dysfunctional, whatever, toxic, kind of vetted out, because you're just gonna create enemies for yourself and problems and people who are just envious. Because if you nowadays when you pop your stuff, it got to be to a point where people kind of see, and you're doing it like where people see, which is like online, where you're creating, you're having the stories or highlights or look at me. You got to make sure anybody old or whatever is disconnected from you. Any friends or family, because family and business don't mix. Family and success don't mix. You got to make sure it's away from these people, because these people will try to drag you. So if you do pop your and stuff looks right, you better make sure it's disconnected and your channel is monetized in a way where it's generous. Words a reason for you to pop your stuff to show what's up to people. Like, hey, if I can do this, you can do this. It's in a way to motivate people, not necessarily flaunt or to like, yeah, motivate them. Don't do it in a way to do it, because people are going to think you're being boastful, you're arrogant. Then it's going to just make you lose credit. Like, you're going to be like, oh, look at this guy or whatever. He's just this, and and they're going to call you fake. Not that you should really care, but the best thing to do is wait, leave your hometown, and don't do it in a way where like you're in the process of leaving or whatever, and you just have to fast go. Wait some time and make sure you feel comfortable when you do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. When you popping your stuff, living that life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at me, I'm this, I'm the. Make sure you don't have your circles very small. People will appreciate you and care about you, not because you done this or whatever, because they just F with you as a person. Like, you cool. Like, they will just, it's on some ride or die type of stuff. It's on like, hey, bro, you really my brother. You my, make sure it's like that. Because if there's anything else or they cool to you just because they just tolerating you, they going to be entitled. You know, you don't give it to them in that moment. They're gonna think that you're just flexing on them, and that's just gonna create you enemies in these weird ties. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a circle around you that if you do things like that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we all just doing it," and they in the same position as you, or they going up too, so they're not gonna trick that you popping your stuff, you showing what you got, or that you going to this place because they're there too with you. The people around you, they're not in your environment. They're not at the same pace as you. They're probably dealing with their own stuff, but the people that's like close to you that's like doing the same thing as you, they're elevating with you. But the people that's like around you, they're probably not. So you kind of have to like branch out a little bit or think deeper than that environment. And when that thing works, whatever, I don't suggest you just pop your stuff. Make sure you're out of the environment completely, that you're disconnected because you're just going to create a lot of enemies, bro. Even people who in the environment who say they're happy, for you, at the end of the day, there is such thing as a crabs and a barrel. And that environment, since they've been so attached to it, that environment is going to pull them back to you, which then they're going to try to pull you back because they're in that environment. They can put on the front, I'm happy, but it's really not worth the trouble. It's really not. Then you're going to think they weird and jealous. You're going to notice something off because they're at a different space. You're going to feel the frequency, the energy. So it's really not a good idea. So make sure you're out of that freaking environment, bro, if you're gonna do stuff like that. If you're the type of person to brag or like wanna flex, not even flex, but be like, oh look at guys, I done this, I achieved this. Get out of your environment, bro. Get the hell out of there. Make sure you're completely out of there. You're not close to anybody. You cut old ties, toxic. You have the right people around you. Because if not, you are going to create unseen enemies, and that will be your demise.